Yeah, thanks, Paul. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Let's rewind back to the Wisconsin Game Players of the Week. Offensively was Isaiah Bowser. Another plus 100 game for him. Thought he played real physical. Our big playmaker was Kyrick McGowan. Great catch there on the explosive pass play. Defensively was Montre Hardage as our player of the week, and Patty Fisher was our big playmaker. That was a big play, and when he caused that fumble. Special teams-wise, two guys playing really well, Joe Bergen and Cam Ruiz right now. And then practice-wise, Ray Nairo on offense. He took every rep last week in practice, busting his rear end. Devin O'Rourke, obviously a young man that got a little bit of time early in the year, but he's really practicing at a high level. And Will Lansbury in the kick game. We got a special honorary captain this week with Jerry Brown. Obviously Jerry needs no introduction to Wildcat folks, but he retired after last season after spending 25 years as our secondary coach and 16 as our assistant head coach. And, obviously was a great player for us back in the day. But, it's going to be great to have JB be our honorary captain and, welcome him. I guess he really hasn't left. I guess welcome him this weekend, playing a great football team. So what questions do you have?
I'll beat Allison to this. Just give us as many thoughts about Notre Dame as you can. And when you evaluate them, does it feel like two different teams, pre-Ian Book and post-Ian Book?
Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow's practice for our team. We're going to focus on us. So that's what our week is all week, on us getting better. We're playing an outstanding football team. They're great in all three phases. They've got talent at every position. So anything else? That's about all. Yeah, so that's the gist. It's an outstanding team. They're ranked in the top 5 for a reason. So.
Is there a reason why you usually are happy to talk about the good players on the other team?
Ian Book, he started the last 5 games. He's 130 out of 170 for 1481, 13 touchdowns, 4 picks, 162 yards rushing. He's a stud. Dexter Williams, the 74 carries, 512 yards. I got the whole list if you want me to go through them all. No. I'm just actually totally playing with you guys just to have fun. I get like one chance to do it, so I might as well this game. Yeah.
Looking at Clayton and just how he's played the last couple of games, he has thrown 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
What's maybe the focus then for him as you guys practice this week when you are getting ready to face Notre Dame secondary?
Well, 2 of the 3, the first one, he probably tried to put it into too small of a window. The second one, he's making a play. We're trying to be aggressive there at the end of the half, and I would have liked to seen Cam go up and fight for the ball on that play. And then the last one, like I said, after the game, that's on us as coaches. So I just expect him just to have a great week. Our guys will work their tails off. Like I said, we're playing an outstanding football team, so motivation to improve won't be hard for me. It's more important that we focus on getting better. That's kind of my point. We just got to get better. We're not where we want to be, and we're working hard to get there.
What do you feel like is Notre Dame's the biggest challenge, I guess, that they pose for you offensively?
Well, their front is outstanding. You look at all those guys that play up there. They're very talented. They're well coordinated. They roll guys through. The last front we saw that was similar to this was Michigan. Front 7 would be Michigan. So just a dominant defensive front. And we've known Julian Love since he was in high school, and he's an All-American first round draft pick kind of player. So. A very talented defense, and Coach Lee's doing a great job. First year, but that doesn't matter. He's an outstanding coach.
And for you personally, just when you look at this matchup as a coach, as a player, what are some of your best memories? You've had some pretty good moments against the Irish.
It's an important Tuesday practice for us.
Can't look at anything.
No, our players really don't care. They weren't even born, so they don't care. Yeah, but. They were in high school, most of them. They don't care. You guys are part of the Twitter deal, man. They get, see my Gundy about that. Yeah, Allison, go ahead.
How about just for you, though? I can tell you're not trying to get into it, but just, for you to be a coach in that situation, to have your team come up with that win in 2014 and 95.
Yeah, well, it was a crazy game last time we played. We had to have some breaks go our way, and we were very fortunate. And then we had some guys make some big plays down the stretch, and obviously Jack Mitchell made some big kicks. What I remember most, it was really cold, and then what I remember most about '95, it was really hot. was cramping up on the sideline. So the rest of that, I don't know. I watched the tape and happily unblocked a few times.
Okay, Fitz, I'll try this approach. So, obviously, you got a big national spotlight this week, Notre Dame, and it's a big game for fans and media certainly. Yet it doesn't advance you toward the program's goal of winning the Big Ten West. So, how do you reconcile that? Does that change your message to the team? Is it something to change?
No,
your approach?
I mean, you control what you can control, and we've got to get better. I mean, you guys have been covering us all year. We're not where we want to be as a football team, and we just got to keep getting better. We got to keep developing our depth. We got to keep improving our young players. Our veterans have got to play like vets. We can't have self-inflicted wounds like we've had in past games if we expect to be competitive in this game. This is an outstanding football team, but we've played a bunch of very good teams along the way, and some we've played well against, and others we haven't. So that's why I'm saying we've really got to get better. We've got to focus on ourselves, and if it's whatever, a couple weeks ago, coming off a tough one, and we got to go to East Lansing, or this week, we do the same thing every week. We focus on us and what we got to do to get better, and that's what we're going to try to do tomorrow.
Bowser in one game before Larkin season ended. What do you envision for him this year? Were you kind of going game to game with those 4 games in your pocket, or how'd you look at his season?
Yeah, I mean, just that position, right? When you start the season back in August, you're like, we think it's a position of strength. We've got great depth there. We've got talent there. We probably knew a little bit more about Lark than everybody outside of our program, just because he maybe had a limited snapshot to everybody, but internally we knew the explosiveness that he had, and then all of a sudden everything changes, right? And so whatever plan we had preseason is out the window, and now it's a day-by-day, game-by-game thing that we have to go down. Like I said, after the game, we found out, I don't know, Friday, Solo was cleared to participate. Well, that's pretty late in the week, so he went through everything, and hopefully he'll be able to practice tomorrow. So I guess that position's kind of like our team. There's been some really, really awesome games and production and playing that position the way that we're kind of used to around here. And then there's been some runs and some games that you just kind of go, what was that? So just continuing to try to work to get better.
After the 95 game, you told reporters that you came to Northwestern to beat Notre Dame. Could you elaborate more on that decision and why you felt that way?
You can probably look up the same article and get the quotes. I don't remember, man. Good. I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
In a different vein, the Wisconsin team known for dominating the trenches, it seemed like the offensive line in particular did well.
Mm-hmm.
How have they improved as the season has gone on?
Well, we've gotten a little bit healthier. We went there through a stretch there where we had 2 experienced guys that were out, and we were trying to find the next solutions, and obviously a lot of improvement that needs to happen in that room. But to get those guys back has really helped. It's helped a lot, and I think we've got some competition up there now. I think some of those younger guys are getting a little bit better, but I thought they played probably their best game of the year against, I thought, a really good front. They're going to have their hands full this week. I mean, they had their hands full pretty much all year, but this is as good of a front as we've played all year.
Nate Hall came back after missing 3 games. He came back for the Wisconsin game. What was having him back? How did that bring another dynamic to the defense?
Yeah, having Nate Hall back is huge, right? I mean, all Big Ten level player, a guy that has got a wealth of experience. He's made a ton of plays. I was just so happy for him. He got a big fumble recovery that led to a touchdown. That was a big play in the game. Just especially for our seniors, they got, a month left of their senior campaign of the regular season. You go to November, hopefully playing significant games and having games be meaningful. And as you look across the country, probably in the landscape of college football, there's, maybe 30 to 40 teams that are playing significant games right now, and the other 90-ish or whatever aren't. And so for our seniors, we go into the last month with significant games ahead of us. And, for guys like Nate, I hope he plays his best football because he's worked so hard, and just really happy to see him get back out there.
Back to the running game a little bit. You guys, when Bowser entered and really got curious against Rutgers, it was still more that zone running scheme that you guys usually tend to run and have run with Justin and Jeremy Larkin. But then yesterday, or 2 days ago, I guess, against Wisconsin, it was much more downhill, not a lot of zone runs in that scheme against Wisconsin. So can you go into what kind of made that adjustment for you guys?
Yeah, we're going to run the veer option this week. So we're going to put 3 backs in and line up in the T formation, and we're going to run the veer. I'm not going to talk about game plan stuff. I never have and I never will. I appreciate and respect your question. But we've got to do what we have to do to win. And you got to adapt to your talent and do what they do best. So
I'll change the question then a little bit. What do you see?
I bet you I won't answer it.
Okay, well,
Go ahead, fire away.
It's a good enough change, I think. So, what do you see from Isaiah Bowser that really differentiates him from a Larkin or a Justin Jackson in terms of his learning style?
Well, I mean, I think every player's got their own style, right? And you know, he's a guy that I think is developing here in his freshman campaign. I think first of all, from a confidence standpoint, you know, you go back probably a month ago, he's a totally different player mindset-wise today than he was 4 or 5 weeks ago. Opportunity has changed. You know, when he started the season, you're those 2 freshmen, you're looking up at all those guys in front of you, and you're kind of like, well, I'm going to shirt. Maybe coach will play me in a couple games. I like the new rule. This is great. And then all of a sudden you go, wow, I'm the guy. And a month ago I wasn't, so now what do I do? And you got ebb and flow. He's a young guy. So, you know, I think obviously all 3 of those guys have been working incredibly hard to help our football team. And, you know, I think Drake is busting his rear end. And I'm just so proud of Chad. It's unbelievable. I mean, you know, he was wide open on that 4th down play, too, if Clayton would have given it to him. So the lure of Chad would have gone up even more. But that is what it is.
I noticed that, too, on Chad. What came kind of out to the flat on the right. How do you think Clayton's seeing the field now? Is it always when you have a veteran quarterback, are you always working to make sure he's going through his progression, not locking in on one guy? Where is he now?
Yeah, I think he's doing great. Yeah, no, I think he's doing fine. I mean, there's certain things that you see pre-snap that you try to cheat a little bit, and there's certain things that change post-snap, and you take advantage of it. And, you know, I think he's done a pretty good job. I could nitpick every play of every player. I just don't believe in doing that. Here's a guy who's won more games than any quarterback in our program's history. That's the exclamation point with 4 to go in his senior year. I'm excited to watch his finish.
Share regarding your kicking situation and how Drew is feeling.
Yeah, I saw him today. I said, how you doing? He's like, I feel great, smiling as usual. Charlie Kubander's pads were here. That was good. It was a little bit of a challenge. The best part of that is his spikes were in his dorm. So one of our managers had to take their scooter over to his dorm to get his kicking shoe. Yeah, how about that? That's crazy stuff.
Well, what was his range on Saturday? What were you figuring? Nothing outside 30 for Charlie?
No, I mean, I think, you know, probably 45 would have been fine. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe he'll practice this week. I don't know. He's got plenty of leg. I mean, the leg isn't the problem from a standpoint of distance. It's hell. I mean, I didn't know he wasn't cleared to play. Then he's like, I feel better. Cool. He's going to play. So, coach the team, man. It's crazy. It's been a crazy year. There's been a lot of weird stuff this year. It's been great. It's been fun. 4 to go. Maybe I'll bring his shoes to Ryan Field next Saturday.
Aren't you figuring 6 to go?
I just worry about right now.
Anything else for Coach?
Coach, can you just comment on your new facility? This is new for us, so it's the first time we get to see it. It's incredible. It obviously, this is your new home.
Yeah.
Can you just speak on that for us?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. We're very thankful and grateful. I mean, for the support, obviously, from the university, from the administration, from our trustees. I mean, this process was 7 years plus in the making. But the generosity is unbelievable, and the support is unbelievable. And then, obviously, the work that Jim Phillips put in, you know, to do the research and then to actually get this executed and finalized. You know, it's been, you know, the first part of the summer was new for the guys, you know, just figuring out where to go, how to go. Doors didn't open. They got stuck in places. And now just working through the growing pains of being in a new house, so to speak. And now the benefit that we had anticipated and hoped for on a daily basis of being fully integrated at campus. Again, I think over time will be, I think, for our guys, a huge differential. It's good. The difference between what their experience was and what it is, I don't know there could be a larger change. And so it's something that we're very grateful and very thankful for.
This is obvious, but just how big is that in terms of recruiting in today's day and age for guys?
Well, either you have facilities or you don't in recruiting, and so for over whatever, I don't know how long it's been since we were in our old facility, we were probably behind. And, now obviously we put ourselves where you have it and you can check the box. It doesn't mean you're going to get a recruit. I mean, that's what's so funny. You build a brand new facility. It's like, well, you're going to get every recruit. Well, that's not kind of how it works. You're typically not going to get anybody when you don't have one. So that's how it works. And then when you have one, now you can compete. It doesn't mean you're going to get people. They still have to fit your program, and you have to fit what they're looking for. And if you don't fit what they're looking for, then so be it, on to the next. But there's no magical thing that happens just because of brick and mortar. To me, it's more about people. You got the right players in the locker room. You got the right mindset within the program. The players are being developed holistically, academically, and athletically to get prepared for Sunday, but more importantly for life. And then when players come visit our place, all right, check the box. You got a great facility. Check the box. You got a great campus. Check the box. You win. But there's other areas that we're not where we want to be, and those are things that we're working on every day on the macro side to make better as a program.
One last one. Is your view from your office pretty incredible?
Yeah, I'm sure we can get you a tour if you'd like. I'll be in the staff rooms, but yeah, I mean, like I said, we're very thankful and we're very grateful. It's second to none. There's no doubt about that.
You guys have goals in terms of winning the Big Ten, and this game obviously has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I mean, how odd is it to have such a high-profile game given the other stuff?
Yeah, it's unique, isn't it? Yeah, it's my time here, this is as unique of an opportunity probably that we've had to play an outstanding football team and have a huge challenge in front of us and stepping out of Big Ten play. It's pretty rare. I don't know how often it happens throughout the conference. I don't remember the last time it happened here. It hasn't been any time that I can remember in my time, talking about student athlete assistant, now head coach, that it's happened. So it's pretty rare, but at the same time, what a great opportunity, we got nothing to lose. So our guys are going to, I think, prepare really well, and I think they're going to be excited for the challenge, but I think they're going to be excited for the opportunity. And, I've got a ton of respect for BK. I've known him for a long time. A lot of guys on that staff, they do an outstanding job. I'm sure we'll become closer after this game because we don't play each other. When you play each other, you're kind of at arm's length a little bit, and then after you get done playing each other, and I mean, I'm sure something we could talk about down the road. Just scheduling is hard. Love to continue to play, but if that happens, awesome. If it doesn't, I get it. But I'm sure two staffs will get probably closer after this game's over. Well, not in this time that he was at Notre Dame. No, it's 9 years. No, we haven't yet. Yeah, not yet.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, thanks. Have a great week. Go Cats.